Welcome back to baseball in Auburn at Falcon Park for another summer of Doubledays baseball. I'm Braden York. I'm excited to bring you the 2022 Doubledays season on the Doubledays YouTube channel. Today's opening day for your Doubledays. They take on the Newark Pilots to open the 2022 season. On the mound starting opening day for the Doubledays is Chris Eclair, a name that may sound familiar to returners, as the first pitch he throws is in there for strike one. What a way to start the season for Auburn with a strike. Second pitch catches the inside corner for strike two. 0-2 is the count. Kyle Gordon, the leadoff hitter for Newark. As a swing and a miss, and strikeout number one on the season for Chris Eclair. Strikeout, something that happened often for Eclair at Dewville for his freshman year of college. 76 strikeouts in 11 appearances. Last year here in Auburn had 21 strikeouts on 5 starts through 7 games. TJ Werner, the second baseman for Newark, steps into the box. First pitch in there for strike one. The second pitch in there for strike two. Eclair yet to throw a ball yet this at-bat. Yet this game, that is, as that is 6 pitches and 2 straight strikeouts. Amazing start for Chris Eclair as Aaron Whitley, the center fielder, stands into the box. Defensively for the Doubledays here on opening day, Brala doing the catching, Cram at first, Stenson at second base, Cervantes at third, Erickson at short, Gusha in left, Sessiarni in center, and McKenzie in right, as the first pitch is fouled off for strike one. Second pitch to Whitley. Misses, and that's the first ball of the game from Eclair. The 1-1. A line drive into center field. Cesarini is there, and he makes the catch for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, go the Pilots, and we will be right back for the bottom half of the first inning here from Falcon Park. Back here for the bottom of the first inning at Falcon Park. Leading off for the Doubledays, shortstop Cooper Erickson. First pitch misses for ball one. The starter for Newark, Price Dobby, goes to Seminole State College in Oklahoma. In college, his last year was his freshman year. 7 appearances, a record of 0-1, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of 23.63. The second pitch swung on, grounded foul up the third base side. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 fouled back over the press box. 1-2 the count. As Erickson looks down to head coach Bed Julian in his second year coaching. The 1-2. Inside, and it hits him, and the bat flip doesn't go quite the way he thought it would, but down to first nonetheless. As that brings up the center fielder, Ryan Cesarini. No outs, runner on first for Cesarini. First pitch misses. Erickson gets his lead off first. Second pitch stays high, ball 2. Cesarini, not as big of a strike zone, stands in at only 5'10", a little smaller than the previous hitter Cooper Erickson at 6'4", as a throw over does not get him. The 2-0 misses outside. 3-0 count here to Cesarini. Sound misses outside, and a 4-pitch walk to Cesarini puts runners on first and second. For the third baseman, Michael Cervantes. As it looks like head coach Brian Griesman's going to go out and have a talk with his starter. Seems like now's the best time of any to bring you the defensive positioning of the Newark Pilots. Dobby pitching to Givens, Martinez on first, Werner at second, Espinal at short, Morosco at third, outfield left to right, Gordon, Whitley, and Goods. As Cervantes steps in the box with runners on first and second, no outs. The first pitch stays high for ball 1. The 1-0. Catches the outside corner, 1-1 the count. A foul ball up the first base side. 1-2 the count, as that foul ball was ripped and went just behind a Newark Pilots pitcher running down from the bullpen. He'll pick that up and bring it back to the dugout. Might as well reuse that one. The 1-2 from Dobby. Inside, and that one hits him. As that'll load the bases for the cleanup hitter, right fielder Dylan McKenzie. So Auburn finds themselves in an odd situation with the bases loaded, and they're yet to get their first hit here in the 2022 season. As time was called so that the umpire could get some more baseballs. The first pitch to McKenzie. Misses low, ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball two. That one catches the inside corner for strike one. 2-1 the count. Looks like there might be a little motion down in the Pilots bullpen. As the next one catches the outside corner, evens the count at 2-2. Two and two, swung on and missed for strike three. And the first out here of the bottom of the first inning comes by way of strikeout. That brings up the catcher, Connor Brala. Brala, sophomore at Tufts University. As he stands in with one out and the bases loaded. Swinging a ground ball, first base side. Martinez picks it up, flips it home. And it don't get the runner at home, and it doesn't look like they tagged Brala on his way to first, as Martinez just wanted to get the out at home and ended up not getting any outs. As the run will score for Auburn and the bases will remain loaded for the first baseman, Caden Cram. That one might go in as an E3 on the Pilots' first baseman, Hazel Martinez. First pitch low for ball one. The Doubledays yet to get a hit here in this inning. 2-0 the count on Cram. Three and 0 the count on Caden Cram. Bases loaded, 1 out. As it looks like everyone that was up in the Pilots bullpen has since sat down. The 3-0 in there for strike one. Three and one, driven up the third base side, chopping foul, and a very far foul from Caden Cram. As that'll move the count to full, 3-2-1 up on the scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The full count pitch from Dobby. Misses low for ball 4, and that'll walk in a run as Caden Cram reaches first after a very loud strike 2 up the third base side, and the Doubledays take a 2-0 lead. That brings up the designated hitter, John Wheeler. Bases still loaded, still only 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Wheeler stays high for ball 1. The 1-0 fouled up the third base side. 1-1 the count. One and one the count on Wheeler. As that one is fouled off. 1-2. Wheeler steps back in the box, gets ready for the 1-2 pitch. Stays high, ball 2. Count evens at 2-2. That one, for a second, looked like it was coming at Wheeler. Wheeler not in a rush to get out of the way of that one. As Dobby comes set, ready to throw the 2-2. Misses outside. Count moves to full. As Dobby steps off. Still no motion down in the Pilots bullpen. The full count pitch. Swinging a pop fly. Shortstop Espinal will make the catch for the second out.
I'm kind of looking around right now.
As that makes Wheeler only the second batter for Auburn to put a ball into play. The first being Brala, who currently is standing on second, courtesy of an error by Hazel Martinez. as that brings up the left fielder, Dominic Gusha. First pitch stays high, ball one. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Next pitch inside. Gusha just gets out of the way of that one as the count moves to 2-0. The 2-0, swinging a line drive out to center field. Settling under it is Whitley, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 1st inning. 8 batters see the plate for Auburn, and we'll be right back to bring you the 2nd inning of play here from Falcon Park. Back here to start the 2nd inning of play from Falcon Park as Chris Eclair steps back out on the mound after a 1-2-3 1st inning, 2 strikeouts and a fly out. As in steps the first baseman, Hazel Martinez.
Leading off for Newark, right fielder, number 14, Don Good.
The first pitch to Martinez. In there for strike 1 as Eclair picks up right where he left off. Throwing strikes. The 0-1 pitch just misses outside. 1-1 the count. As that one's grounded to Stenson. He will throw on to first for the 1st out of the 2nd inning. That brings up the right fielder, Dan Goods. Don Goods, rather. First pitch to Goods in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch from Eclair swung on. A fly ball to the left side. Gushia going over, diving a fair ball, and that'll go into the bullpen for a ground rule double. And the first hit of the game for the Pilots.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Fernando Espinal.
An amazing attempt there by Gusha. Just couldn't get over in time. A diving effort, but bounces fair, and the spin took it right in to Auburn's bullpen. As runner on second, 1 out for the shortstop, Fernando Espinal. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Next pitch fouled up the first base side, out of play. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 from Eclair. In there for strike 3, and the second out here of the second inning. As that brings up the third baseman, Jim Morosco. Morosco stands in, 2 outs, runner on second. The pitch from Eclair. In there for strike 1. A swing and a miss for strike 2. This count moves to 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner on second. The 0-2 swung on, fouled back. Keeps the count at 0-2. Another 0-2 pitch from Eclair. Outside, ball 1. Eclair there might have thought he was going to get Morosco on a chase. Not quite. The 1-2. In there for strike 3. As that is the third out here of the top of the second inning. We'll be right back for the Doubledays half of the second here from Falcon Park. Bryce Dobby out to start his second inning of work, after giving up 2 runs on no hits and 1 error in the first. The only hitter that hasn't seen the plate for Auburn, second baseman Kobe Stenson.
Leading off for Doubledays, second baseman number 3, Kobe Stenson.
The first pitch to Stenson. A swing and a grounder to third, fielded by Marasco. The throw on to first pulls Martinez off the bag, but he will get him on the tag for the first out of the bottom of the second inning. As the lineup turns over, shortstop Cooper Erickson stands in.
Number 16, Cooper Erickson.
Erickson hit by a pitch at the start of this game. The first pitch to Erickson. In there for strike 1. The 0-1 from Dobby. A swing and a grounder, third base side again. Marasco fields it in his glove, throw on to first, not in time. As lagging out an infield single is Cooper Erickson.
Now batting center fielder, number 10, Ryan Cesarini.
As that brings up the center fielder Ryan Cesarini with 1 out and a runner on first. Checks on Erickson, diving back safely. First pitch outside, ball 1. Cesarini walked in his last at-bat. As the runner takes off, Erickson going to second, the throw not in time. As Erickson is now standing on second with a stolen base. From this angle, the throw didn't look like it was going to be in time, but the fact that it was to the left of the bag doesn't exactly help shortstop Espinal. As the third pitch is high for ball 3. A 3-0 count to Cesarini. The 3-0 in there for strike 1. And I could be wrong, but I believe that is the first strike Cesarini has seen tonight. I believe it was a 4-pitch walk back in the first inning. The 3-1 from Dobby. A swing and a grounder up the first base side, foul. 1 up and throwing in the Newark bullpen. As a full count now on Ryan Cesarini. Dobby comes set. The full count pitch. A swing and a grounder to second baseman. Werner throw on to first in time for the out. Cooper Erickson does move his way up to third now with 2 outs. Third baseman Michael Cervantes comes in.
Now batting third baseman number 5, Mike Cervantes.
Cervantes, another hit batsman back in the first. The first pitch he sees is in there for strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count on Cervantes. Second pitch from Dobby stays high for ball 1. 1-1 the count now. The 1-1 stays low for ball 2. Two and 1 the count. That one catches the outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 the count. Erickson gets his lead from third. As that one catches the inside corner for strike 3. As Cervantes goes down looking for the third out of the bottom of the second inning. We'll be right back to start the third inning of play here from Falcon Park. Top of the third inning here at Falcon Park in beautiful Auburn, New York. Chris Leclerc out for his third inning of work. The catcher, number 11, Jay Givens, stands in. Leclerc went last inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and that base runner was left on base. As the first pitch to Given is in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. A common trend here for the start of the game for Auburn and Leclerc is getting ahead of batters and starting with strikes. And you got to think it's really helping them control the pace of this game. The 0-2 pitch misses low for ball 1. One and 2 catches the outside corner for strike 3. As Given goes down looking for the first out here in the top of the third inning.
Okay.
So that brings up the designated hitter, Lucas Jackson. The first pitch to Jackson, fouled up the first base side, out of play. Owen won the count. Another prime example of a player getting ahead of a hitter, as that one is in there for strike 2. 0-2 the count now. The 0-2 lined, fielded by Erickson at short, throw on to first, in time for the out. An amazing throw and defensive play from shortstop Erickson. Cooper Erickson, that is. For the second out of this third inning. That brings up the extra hitter, Kyle Wood. As the first one in there for strike 1. A swing and a foul ball. Now one-handed play from Doubledays head coach Ben Julian. As the count moves to 0-2. The 0-2 catches the outside corner for strike 3. 3 up, 3 down here in the third for the Pilots. As we'll be right back with the bottom of the third here on the Doubledays YouTube channel. Back here for the bottom of the third inning, as right fielder Dylan McKenzie stands in, strikeout victim back in the first. First pitch misses for ball 1. As Price Dobby out, starting his third inning of work. Next one catches the outside corner, 1-1 the count. No one up and throwing out in the Pilots bullpen anymore, as the Doubledays have a 2-0 lead. The 1-1 fouled back. 1-2 the count now on McKenzie. The 1-2 from Dobby. Misses up and in. Ball 2. Count evens at 2-2. The 2-2. In there for strike 3 called by the home plate umpire for the first out here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up the catcher, Connor Brala. Brala reached on an error back in the first. Got stranded at second. First pitch misses. 4-1. Brala stands in here with 1 out, no one on. The 1-0. Catches the outside corner. Count evens at 1-1. One and one catches the inside corner. 1-2 the count now. Price Dobby seems to have settled himself down a bit out on the mound. The 1-2. Misses low, and the count will even itself back up at 2-2. The 2-2 from Dobby. Misses outside, ball 3, and the count moves to full. Full count, 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. As Brala looks at ball 4 and will take his base. That brings up the first baseman, Caden Cram. Cram walked back in the first. And now stands in with the runner on first and 1 out. As that's lined in to right field over the head of a jumping Werner. Going to third is Brala and sliding in safely. And he's going to make the turn and head home. The throw home will be in time. As Brala tried his best to dive around the tag, but the home plate umpire says he couldn't get it. And standing on second is Caden Cram. That brings up the designated hitter, John Wheeler, as Cram will only be credited with a single as he advanced to second on the throwing error by the right fielder, Goods. Wheeler flew out to shortstop back in the first. Stands in, 2 outs, runner on second. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Checks his swing. Field ump says he did not go. 2-0 the count now. The 2-0 from Dobby catches the outside corner. Count moves to 2-1. After that, the count will even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Dobby. A swing and a ground ball to the shortstop, Espinal. Throw on to first in time for the out, as that'll end the third inning here at Falcon Park. Doubledays still up 2-0. We'll be back to start the fourth inning of play here on the Doubledays YouTube channel. Back here for the top of the fourth inning at Falcon Park. Chris Eclair still on the mound for the Doubledays.
Leading off for Newark, left fielder number 2, Kyle Gordon.
Left fielder Kyle Gordon leads off for the Newark Pilots. The first pitch to Gordon skied into right field. McKenzie moving over, and he will make the catch for the first out here in the fourth. That brings up the second baseman, TJ Werner. Werner, a strikeout victim back in the first. Swings through the first pitch for strike one. The 0-1 from Eclair in there for strike two. As Werner falls behind 0-2. And swinging through the third pitch on the tag from Brala, strike three. Another strikeout in the books for Chris Eclair. That brings up the center fielder, Aaron Whitley. Flew out to Cesarini back in the first. First pitch misses, ball one. 1-0 the count on Whitley. Second pitch catches the inside corner. Count evens at 1-1. Next one catches the outside corner. 1-2 the count now on Whitley. The 1-2 doesn't get the chase from Whitley as the count evens itself back up at 2-2. Leclerc comes set, ready to throw the 2-2. A pop fly, foul out of play on the first base side. Count stays at 2-2. Leclerc comes set, ready to throw the 2-2 pitch again. Another foul ball straight back into the netting. As Whitley steps back in the box, ready for another 2-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to Cooper Erickson at short. Throw on to first in time for the out. 3 up, 3 down, go the Pilots, and we'll be right back for the Doubledays half of the fourth here from Falcon Park. Bottom of the fourth here at Falcon Park. Price Dobby still doing the pitching for the Pilots as Dominic Gusha stands in. Gusha flew out to center field back in the first. As the first pitch he sees stays high for ball 1. The 1-0. Lined in to left field. Gordon camps under it and makes the catch. As that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. That brings up the second baseman, Kobe Stenson. Stenson grounded out to the third baseman, Morosco, back in the second. First pitch from Dobby. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. As it looks like someone is throwing down in the Pilots' bullpen. They've had kids up and down out there in the right field bullpen. The 0-1 inside. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 from Dobby. Stays high for ball 2. Looks like it might have been an attempted breaking ball there. 2-0 the count nonetheless. Another pitch that stays inside. 3-1 the count now on Stenson. Three-one pitch stays high for ball 4. And Stenson will make his way down to first. The first base runner here in the 4th. As shortstop Cooper Erickson gets ready for his at-bat.
Cooper Erickson.
Erickson hit by a pitch in the first and a single in the second. As a throw over to first. No tag. And no dive from Kobe Stenson. First pitch to Erickson, skied into left center field. As charging in and calling it is the center fielder, Whitley, and he will make the catch. That brings up the center fielder, Ryan Cesarini. 2 outs, runner on first for Cesarini. Cesarini grounded out in the second, walked in the first. The first pitch he sees misses outside, ball 1. The 1-0. Runner takes off. The slide from Stenson. Couldn't get around it as the throw from Given is in there in time to catch him stealing. And that'll be the 3rd out of the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be right back to start the 5th here from Falcon Park. Chris Eclair back out on the mound for the Doubledays. Leading off for the Pilots, first baseman Hazel Martinez. Martinez, a ground out victim, back in the second. It's the first pitch, misses for ball 1. The 1-0. Catches the outside corner for strike one. The 1-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike two. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 from Eclair. They swinging a fly ball into left. Going back is Gusha, and he will make the catch for the first out here in the fifth inning. That brings up the right fielder, Don Goods. Goods, the only pilot to have a hit today, a ground rule double past a diving left fielder. Back in the second, as that one's to right field. Moving over is McKenzie, and he will make the catch for the second out here in the fifth. As shortstop Fernando Espinal stands in. First pitch to Espinal misses outside, ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Misses, ball two. As that is flown out to right field, chopping foul and out of play. 1-1 the count. A swinging a ground ball, foul up the third base side. 1-2 the count now. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 from Eclair. Swung on and missed. For the third out, and another strikeout in the books for Chris Eclair, as we will be back for the Doubledays half of the fifth here from Falcon Park. Back here for the bottom of the fifth inning at Falcon Park. Leading off, Ryan Cesarini started in at bat last inning, but Kobe Stenson was caught stealing. No chance to finish the at bat for Cesarini, so he stands in now. They swing in a pop fly, foul straight back. 0-1 the count on Cesarini. Bryce Dobby still doing the pitching for the Pilots. Still one up and throwing down in the Pilots bullpen. As Dobby comes set with the 0-1. In there for strike two. The 0-2 to Cesarini. Inside and it hits him. And Cesarini will make his way down to first as Michael Cervantes steps in. No outs, runner on first. Cervantes, a strikeout victim, back in the second. He was hit by a pitch in the first. The first pitch to Cervantes stays high, ball one. One out of the count on Cervantes. They swing a line drive up the middle, a base hit for Cervantes. Staying at second is Cesarini, and that'll put runners on first and second for the right fielder Dylan McKenzie. McKenzie 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts so far tonight, looking to turn that around here with no outs and runners on first and second. First pitch stays high, ball one. The 1-0 catches the outside corner to even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 misses outside and low for ball two. As it looks like whoever was up and throwing down in the Pilots bullpen is since sat down. As that is a fly ball on the left side of the infield, moving over and calling it as Espinal, and he will make the catch. And that'll be the first out here in the fifth. That brings up the catcher, Connor Brala. Brala stands in, 1 out, runners on first and second. Reached on an error in the first and walked back in the third. He was thrown out trying to reach home on a throwing error by the Pilots' right fielder. First pitch stays high, ball one.
Right away, he says, go and announce players and coaches to go on the field for any
1-0 the count on Brala. Throw over to first. Not in time. Cesarini, the runner on second. Cervantes, the runner on first. Brala, the player at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. 4 strike 1. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 misses inside 4-2. Two and 1 the count on Brala. As that is skied back into left field. Moving over is Gordon, and he will make the catch just in front of the warning track. Running from second is Cesarini, and he will slide into third safely. As runners on the corners for the first baseman, Caden Cram. First pitch to Cram in there for strike 1. Cram walked in the first and singled in the third. The next one inside, ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, they're actually saying that's the Buckers.
As Dobby comes set, ready to throw the 1-1. He's swinging a foul ball straight back. We'll move the count to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Dobby. Runner takes off for second. The throw not in time. Sliding in safely is Michael Cervantes. Second stolen base of the game for the Doubledays. First coming courtesy of Kobe Stenson. Second from Michael Cervantes right there. That puts runners on second and third with 2 outs for Caden Cram as he sits in a 2-2 count. Stays high. Count moves to full here with 2 outs. The full count pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. As we'll try the full count pitch again. Quiet down in both bullpens here so far. Here in the bottom of the 5th.
3-2. Another foul ball from Cram, staying alive here in this at-bat. As Dobby stands behind the mound, comes in ready for another full count pitch. Cram stands in. A swing and another foul ball. Quite the at-bat from the first baseman, Caden Cram. He's reached base in his first 2 at-bats, and he is determined to do it in his third. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. And the patience from Caden Cram pays off as that'll load the bases for the designated hitter, John Wheeler. Wheeler 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out so far today. As Dobby steps off. Bases loaded, 2 outs here for Wheeler. As Dobby comes set, ready to throw. Wheeler thought about it. Stealing from third is Cesarini, and he will slide in safely. As a little lazy throw from the catcher, Jake Given. Cesarini takes advantage of it, steals home, and the Doubledays now have a 3-0 lead. Runners on first and second now, as the Doubledays add a run to the total. Still 2 outs. And swinging a pop fly on the right side, drifting out of play. Owen to the count. The 0-2 from Dobby. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Wheeler goes down on strikes for the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. But not without scoring a run. The Doubledays score on a stolen base to home here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back with the 6th here on the Doubledays YouTube channel. Back here for the 6th here at Falcon Park. Leading off for the Pilots, third baseman Jim Morosco. As that's flied into right field. McKenzie moving over. He'll make the catch for the first out here in the top of the 6th. Chris Eclair still out on the mound for the Doubledays, starting his 6th inning of work.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Jake Gibbon.
That brings up the catcher, Jake Given. Given a strikeout victim back in the 3rd as the first pitch from Eclair. Swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. The 0-2. Misses low, ball 1. The 1-2 from Eclair. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Throw on to first. Picked. As another strikeout for Chris Eclair. And that's the second out here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Lucas Jackson. Grounded out to Cooper Erickson back in the 3rd. First pitch, cut on and missed. Strike 1. Next one misses outside. 1-1 the count. One up and throwing down in Auburn's bullpen. As that one's fouled into the visiting dugout. Didn't hit anyone. Everyone is okay. 1-2 the count. The 1-2. Checks his swing just in time. 2-2 the count. The 2-2. Swung on, grounded, past Cooper Erickson. And a base hit goes in the books for Lucas Jackson. Runner on first, 2 outs. As it looks like head coach Ben Julian is going to come out.
Kyle Wood.
There was one warming up down in the Doubledays bullpen. Looks like number 22 rather, Brandon Matthews. As Julian is going to leave Eclair in the game. I'd have to agree with Julian on this one, as that is only the second hit that Eclair has given up. The first pitch to the extra hitter, Kyle Woods. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Woods a strikeout victim back in the 3rd as well. As snap throw over to first, picked by Caden Cram. 1-1 the count. swings through the next one. 1-2 the count. Catches the outside corner, strike 3. Going down on strikes again is Kyle Wood. And Chris Eclair is rolling through this Pilots lineup here, as we will be right back for the Doubledays half of the 6th here from Falcon Park. New pitcher here in the top of the 6th for the Newark Pilots. And Drake Sizemore takes over for Connor Dobby. Sizemore comes in with the Doubledays up 3-0. And standing in the box is the left fielder, Dominic Gusha. First pitch he sees, misses. 4-1. Gusha, 2 flyouts so far tonight. From Sizemore misses. 2-0 now. The 2-0 misses outside. 3-0 the count. That one catches the outside corner. 3-1 the count now on Gusha. The 3-1 catches the inside corner. Count moves to full. Sizemore battling back here in this at-bat. From a 3-0 to a full count now. And that's grounded sharply past a diving Marasco. A base hit for Dominic Gusha opens up the 6th for the Doubledays. as that'll bring up the second baseman, Kobe Stenson.
Now batting second baseman, number 3, Cody Stenson.
Stenson walked and was caught stealing in his last at-bat. Shows bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. 1-0 the count. As Gusha gets his lead from first. Next one misses outside for ball 2. Looks like Jake Given's going to go have a conversation with his new pitcher. Two and 0 the count on Stenson. That one misses, ball 3. The 3-0 from Sizemore. In there for strike 1, 3-1 the count now. The 3-1 misses for ball 4, and that puts runners on first and second for the shortstop, Cooper Erickson.
Now batting shortstop, number 16, Cooper Erickson.
No outs. First and second for Erickson. As the first pitch misses, ball 1. One and 0 the count on Erickson. Lays a bunt down, and the throw to first is not in time. Cooperson reaches on the bunt, and that'll load the bases here for the center fielder, Ryan Cesarini.
Now batting center fielder, number 10,
A bunt single in the books for Cooper Erickson. As Cesarini stands in, no outs and the bases loaded. Infield playing on the edge of the brown turf. As he looks at the first pitch, catch the outside corner for strike 1. The next one misses outside. Count evens at 1-1. That one misses low. The appeal, he did not go. 2-1 the count now. The 2-1 from Sizemore. A line drive into left on the bounce, fielded by Gordon. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in for the Doubledays. as they extend their lead out to 6-0. 5-0 rather, on a base hit from Ryan Cesarini. And Mike Cervantes stands in with runners on first and second. Still no outs. And a pass ball. Runners will move up. Second and third now for Cervantes. Cervantes singled in his last at-bat back in the fifth. One and 0 the count on Cervantes. Foul ball. Evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 misses outside, ball 2. Noticeable occurrence here so far in game 1 is how patient the Doubledays are in the box. Willing to wait for the pitch that they want. As Cervantes has a 2-1 count, and the next one misses 3-1 now. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The 3-1 from Sizemore. Line drive up the first base side, out of play. And the count is now full. The full count pitch from Sizemore. A swing and a line drive right at Werner, and he will make the catch. No one moving here for the Doubledays, as that is the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. That brings up the right fielder, Dylan McKenzie. 1 out, runners on second and third.
Batting right fielder number 25, Dylan McKenzie.
The first pitch gets away from the catcher, given as 1 run will score. 1 run scores on the wild pitch, as it looks like Given might have lost his glove there after it hit it. 1 out, runner on third now for Dylan McKenzie. The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0 the count now. The runner on third, Ryan Cesarini. The runner that scored on the wild pitch was Cooper Erickson, with some speed as he showed off back in the second with a stolen base, and then legged out a bunt. As the count is 3-0 right now on McKenzie. And the 3-0's in there. 3-1 the count now. The 3-1 from Sizemore. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. Count moves to full here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. A swing and a sharp ground ball at the third baseman. It'll get past him. Cesarini will come in to score. Staying at first is McKenzie with his first hit of the season. An RBI single from Dylan McKenzie moves the Doubledays lead up to 7-0. As it looks like a meeting will be had here at the mound. One person throwing rather down in the Pilots bullpen. Does not look like that is where head coach Brian Graceman is going. Looks like he's going to stick with Sizemore for now. There's 1 out runner on first in the bottom of the 6th. Standing in, the catcher Connor Brala. Brala flew out to left, back in the 5th. First pitch he sees in there for strike 1. Next pitch fouled. 0-2 the count. Two the count. As he swings through that one for strike 3 and the second out of the inning. Strike 2 rather. Strike 2. Brala still in the box. 0-2 the count. In my book, I had that as strike 3. And it looks like they're going to have some deliberation.
No argument from Brala. And the second out comes by way of strikeout. Here in the bottom of the 6th,
first baseman Caden Cram stands in. Cram has reached in every plate appearance so far tonight, standing in with 2 outs and a runner on first. 2 walks and a single. As he's going to swing through the first pitch for strike 1. Oh and 1 the count. As he looks at strike 2. 0-2 the count now on Caden Cram. The 0-2 from Sizemore. Misses outside, ball 1, 1-2 the count. Looks like Given held that one out there for a little bit longer than usual. Home plate umpire was giving that pitch for a little bit, but seemed like that one might have missed the mark by a little too much. That one did not. Catches the top corner for strike 3. And the third out of the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back with the 7th inning of play here from Falcon Park. New pitcher here in the top of the 7th inning for the Doubledays. Brandon Matthews takes over for Chris Eclair. Eclair going 6 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 10 strikeouts, no walks. An outstanding first start of the season for Eclair, as leading off for the Pilots, Kyle Gordon. Looks like we might have a pinch hitting situation. Matt Fabian's in the box as he swings through the first pitch for strike 1. One and one the count on Fabian. The 1-1 misses inside. 2-1 the count now. Two and one misses inside. Count moves to 3-1. As ball 4 gets away from Connor Bralla, and we see the first walk of the game. That brings up the second baseman, TJ Warner, 2 strikeouts on the night. As the runner on first, no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch catches the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 line, fair up the third base line. Gusha going over and grabbing it, throwing it into third as a double for TJ Werner. Moves runners on second and third for the center fielder, Aaron Whitley. Second and third, no outs. Matthews, another pitcher that was with the Doubledays last season. As that one is a fly ball out to left. Gusha moving over. He will make the catch. Tagging from third is Matt Fabian, and he will score. Staying on third is TJ Werner. As first baseman Hazel Martinez stands in. As that's skied out to center. Cesarini makes the catch. Throw into third. Not in time. As Werner slides into third safely. 2 outs and a runner on third now, as the right fielder, Don Good, stands in. First pitch gets away, breaking for the plate, but a good bounce in time. A good bounce on the pass ball that got away from Bralla. Bounces off of the protective padding behind home plate, right back to him. And although a jumping effort from TJ Werner, Bralla was able to get the tag on him and get the third out here in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch here at Falcon Park. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 7th inning after the break. Bottom of the 7th inning here at Falcon Park. Doubledays up 7-1. Leading off for the Doubledays here in the bottom of the 7th, designated hitter John Wheeler. Wheeler, a flyout, a ground out, and a strikeout so far tonight. Sizemore out pitching for his second inning. A new pitcher, rather, for the Pilots, as that was the first time here up in the press box we could see his number, and that's number 13, Angelo Deere, as that one misses. 4-2. Deere comes set. A swing and a line drive out to left, dropping quick, and a base hit for John Wheeler. Gets the Doubledays going here in the 7th. That brings up the left fielder, Dominic Gusha. First pitch to Gusha stays high. 4-1. Gusha 2 flyouts and a single tonight. Stands in with no outs and a runner on first. The 1-0 misses outside, ball 2. The 2-0 catches the outside corner, 2-1 the count. Deere steps off. And Wheeler retreats back to first. 2-1 the count on Gusha. As that one catches the outside corner. 2-2 the count now. Not a pitch that from up here looks like a strike, but one that has been called fairly frequently in this game. As Deere comes set ready for the 2-2. The catcher called time. So Deere will step off. A throw over to first. Not in time, as Martinez over at first seemed to think he got him. But the field umpire says no way. As Wheeler takes his lead once more. 2-2 the count on Gusha. A foul ball straight back. The count will stay at 2-2. Time called by the catcher given. Whatever the problem was between the battery seems to be solved as Given makes his way back behind the plate. Gusha stands in, ready for the 2-2 once more. Two and two, lined over a jumping Marasco off his glove.
a single for Dominic Gusha. And the Doubledays now have runners on first and second with no outs for the second baseman, Kobe Stenson. Back-to-back singles here for the Doubledays. That one just barely hit off the glove of a jumping Jim Morosco. As Stenson stands in, walked back in the sixth. The first one hits him, and that'll load the bases for the shortstop, Cooper Erickson. Erickson stands in, singled in his last at-bat in the sixth. First pitch, Erickson sees this at bat, catches the outside corner, 0-1 the count. From Deere. Inside, that'll hit Erickson. And that'll score a run as the bases will stay loaded for the center fielder, Ryan Cesarini. And the Doubledays lead now up to 8-1. As head coach Brian Graceman going out to talk to his fielders and his pitcher. Some words of encouragement. As Ryan Cesarini stands in with the bases loaded and no outs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. As the first pitch, Cesarini sees, misses, ball one. Cesarini singled in the sixth, looking to do the same thing here as that's grounded past Hazel Martinez at first. One run is in. Rounding third is Kobe Stenson. The throw off target, and 2 runs will score for the Doubledays, putting their lead up to 10-1. Cesarini delivers with a single. He now stands on second after the throw from the right fielder, Goods. That brings up the third baseman, Mike Cervantes. Runners on second and third for Cervantes. First pitch he sees, misses for ball one. The 1-0 to Cervantes. In there for strike one. Erickson, the runner on third. Cesarini, the runner on second. And Cervantes, the player at the plate. 1-1 the count.
Deer Kumsa. A swing and a soft grounder up the third base side, picked up in foul ground by Morosco. As Erickson will be forced to go back to third. And Cervantes is going to have to come back to the plate. Looks like the elbow guard might have fallen off. And he doesn't bother to put it back on, just takes it off and throws it to the on-deck hitter, Dylan McKenzie. As that one's grounded a little harder up the third base side. Off the glove of Morosco, no throw over to first. Erickson will score on the play. As the Doubledays now have an 11-1 lead. And runners on first and second. As it looks like there is going to be some deliberation between head coach Ben Julian and coach Brian Greisman. As it looks like Julian's going to shake their hands and looks like they're going to call that the ball game. Looks like the 10-run rule here at Falcon Park. An 11-1 victory for the Doubledays here at Falcon Park to open the season. Some electric bats here from the Doubledays. 11-1 victory on the road tomorrow in Utica, but back home Sunday against the Red Wings. I'm Braden York, and I hope you'll join me on Sunday as the Auburn Doubledays come back home to take on the Geneva Red Wings. Until then, take care, everyone.